Good afternoon, everyone. I am KP George of Fort Bend County Church, and we are here to talk about some inclement weather coming our way. I'm sure most of you are already aware of that. Right now, it looks beautiful out there, but it's going to change maybe another 24 hours. Everything is going to be different, and so we want to make sure we are communicating with our citizens. And I always said the citizens' protection is going to be our #1 priority as county church. And also all this officials standing here, that's going to be our priority. I've been given situational briefings since last few days already, and also we have been involved with our jurisdictional calls and communication with our all jurisdictions, because we want to make sure we all are on the same page. In a few moments, you're going to hear from Sheriff Fagan, Office of Emergency Management, EMS, HHS, and Animal Services Department, because they all have a role. Explain to you just in case this weather situation gets so bad, what we need to do. And as it is, oh, I'm sorry, thank you. Thank you for being here. And so as we already predicted, it is going to remain at a freezing level till Saturday morning. And a couple of brief announcements. One is actually we are going to be opening warming centers in Fort Bend County, and that information will be provided. One is going to be at Attack Poverty in Rosenberg, and that's going to be until Christmas Day. But I just wanted to be very clear about that. That is not a shelter. It is a warming center, and this is not for 24-hour, 48-hour stay, and this is to deal with the current situation, short term. Greg actually will be giving more information about the warming centers, and also we have a non-emergency number which is connected to Sheriff Department, which is 281-341-4665, 281-341-4665. This is a non-emergency number. If you lost power or you need to get a ride to get to a warming center and things of that nature, you can reach out to that number. Sheriff Fagan will be talking about it. And also, at this point, I will call upon the interpreter, the Spanish interpreter. She needs to speak. She needs to speak really quick. She's going to talk really quickly. Okay, so. She's got to speak. She's got to. Okay, so give me the information. Okay, so go ahead and speak, and we will come back. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es el juez asignado del condado de Fort Bend, KP George. Como todos sabrán y se podrán haber dado cuenta, hoy tenemos un día bien soleado, pero estamos esperando una ola de frío que nos va a atacar con unos fuertes vientos introduciéndose desde el sureste de Texas, y lo más probable tomará lugar a partir del jueves por la tarde. Es nuestra primera prioridad la protección de nuestros residentes del condado de Fort Bend. He estado en reuniones informativas sobre la situación desde que comenzamos a rastrear esta ola de frío con nuestra Oficina de Seguridad Nacional y Manejo de Emergencias. He estado involucrado en todas las llamadas de todas las jurisdicciones porque es importante que todos ataquemos esta situación de la misma forma. Dentro de unos breves momentos, ustedes escucharán de parte del alguacil del departamento, de parte de nuestra Oficina de Manejo de Emergencias, EMS, HHS, y nuestro Departamento de Servicios de Control de Animales, todo sobre las situaciones de precaución y seguridad, y estarán hablando sobre cómo protegerse ustedes y sus familias dentro del condado. Estaremos esperando que estas temperaturas bajo cero permanezcan desde jueves hasta el sábado. También tendré algunos anuncios, y es que estaremos abriendo centros de calentamiento, uno de los cuales será Attack Poverty en Rosenberg. Estos abrirán a partir del día jueves y estarán abiertos hasta el día de Navidad. Por favor, tengan en cuenta que esto no es un refugio y no se le permitirá la estadía de 24 y hasta 48 horas. Greg tendrá más información sobre estos centros de calentamiento. También tendremos una línea de no emergencias para problemas relacionados al clima. Usted podrá llamar al 281-341-4665. Nuevamente el número es 281-341-4665. Y esto es para problemas relacionados al clima, si han perdido la luz o cualquier otro problema relacionado al clima.
Thank you. And you stand there.
Yes.
Because I don't miss you.
Yes.
You know. At this time, I will call upon Fort Bend County Homeland Security and Emergency Management Assistant Director Greg Bobst to give the preparation we are making at this building right here and that department. Greg?
Yes, sir.
Come on up.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, everybody. Happy holidays. Give a quick weather brief and update. As we've been posting on all of our social media outlets, there's a National Weather Service watch for a hard freeze and wind chill. That hard freeze is from December 22nd to the 24th, and the wind chill is from December 22nd through the 23rd. The Homeland Security Emergency Management Office will continue its 24-hour, around-the-clock preparation, observation, and monitoring of all weather and updates. Did you want to go?
Ahora le pasamos la palabra al señor subdirector de nuestra Oficina de Manejos de Emergencias, el subdirector Greg Babs. Y buenas tardes a todos. Estaré dando una breve información y actualización sobre nuestros fuertes vientos que se nos aproximan. Como podrán haberse dado cuenta, le estamos dando seguimiento y actualizaciones a través de todas nuestras redes sociales. Y es que estamos esperando unas temperaturas bajo cero que tomarán lugar a partir del día 24 hasta desde el día 22 hasta el 24, y fuertes vientos que estarán en lugar desde el día 22 hasta el 23. Nuestro Departamento de Seguridad Nacional continúa nuestro monitoreo, observación y preparación de 24 horas en preparación de este clima.
The county has been very proactive in its preparations of county facilities for all operations, including this building. Road and Bridge is very alert and active and ready to respond to all hazards during this extreme weather. And I want to thank those two departments for all the hard work that they've done. Testing of all backup equipment, communications, generators has been completed at all county facilities. And I want to thank all those county departments that have helped out with that, and the judge's office. It's been extremely helpful as we've worked through this. I want to mention a huge thank you to all the jurisdictions that have provided us updates and provided us information as we've worked through this extreme event to prepare for it.
El condado ha sido bastante proactivo en la preparación de este clima y mal tiempo que se nos aproxima, incluyendo la preparación de este edificio. Road and Bench también ha estado bien activo en la preparación, y quiero darle las gracias a estos miembros y oficinas del condado. Hemos estado preparando y examinando todo nuestro equipo de respaldo, incluyendo generadores eléctricos. En la preparación de este mal clima, le quiero dar las gracias a todos los departamentos del condado que han estado involucrados en esta preparación. También quiero darle unas gracias a todas las jurisdicciones que han dado actualizaciones sobre la información del mal clima.
If there are any changes or updates, we'll be posting on all of our social media outlets. You can search our social media outlets at Fort Bend County Homeland Security Emergency Management, or you can go to our website, fbcoem.org.
Si hay algún cambio, estaremos postulando cualquier cambio u actualización a través de nuestras redes sociales. Usted podrá buscar nuestras redes sociales buscando Fort Bend County Homeland Security Emergency Management, o también puede buscarnos en nuestra página de internet.
You can also sign up for our Fort Bend County Emergency Alerts, which gives you all the alerting for any extreme weather events as we move through this event. Also, you can tune in to our AM 1670 broadcasting also for any updates for weather.
Usted también podrá registrarse para recibir cualquier alerta de emergencias. Cualquier alerta de emergencias se podrá usted suscribir para recibir todas nuestras alertas sobre este mal clima, o también podrá escucharnos a través de nuestra frecuencia AM 1670. AM 1670.
I want to emphasize preparedness is key. Please see all of our posts for preparedness for protection of people, pets, plants, and pipes. It is the holiday season also. Think about your neighbors. Think about your friends. Think about your family. Check on them. Make sure that they are ready for this also. And anybody that has any need for assistance, please reach out to them and make sure that you are taking care of those people also in your communities. I want to emphasize that we are, like the judge mentioned, that the Friends of Rosenberg Attack Poverty has opened up its center for warming shelters, and we're setting that up currently, and more will be posted on our social media outlets for that. The time for the Arctic freeze is 24 hours out. You have time to prepare right now. I want to emphasize the non-emergency line is available for all non-emergency calls for this cold weather event. And please use that non-emergency line. But I will emphasize, I'm sure as the sheriff will too, if it is an emergency, please call 911. I want to note, stay weather aware and be prepared.
La preparación será un punto clave en este mal tiempo. Estaremos postulando formas de preparación tanto para la protección de personas, mascotas, plantas y tuberías.
Talk to the mic. They're saying they're not hearing it properly. Please.
La preparación es un punto clave. Estaremos postulando métodos de preparación tanto para la protección de personas, mascotas, plantas y tuberías. Sin embargo, tengan en cuenta que esto también son las temporadas festivas. Mantengan en mente sus amistades, sus vecinos y cualquier otra persona que usted considere que necesite de ayuda en esta preparación. Mantenga en cuenta que estamos a 24 horas de este mal tiempo que se nos aproxima. Todavía les queda tiempo para la preparación. Recuerden que le queremos recordar sobre nuestros amigos de Rosenberg que nos han preparado un centro de calentamiento en Attack Poverty de Rosenberg. También les recordamos sobre nuestra línea de no emergencias en este tiempo de preparación. Nuestra línea de no emergencias estará disponible y le queremos recordar, y estoy seguro también de que el alguacil le estará recordando, que si es una emergencia, por favor llamen al 911.
Thank you. At this point, another partner in this emergency situation, Fort Bend County Sheriff Department, they are ready and they have been preparing for this weather event. And I will ask Sheriff Fagan to come forward and give a briefing on how they are preparing and what kind of message they have to the citizen as far as preparing for this event. Sheriff Fagan.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I have 8 tips for everyone, not just for Fort Bend County, but for everyone in the state of Texas. First of all, slow down. It's much more difficult to control or stop your vehicle during these types of weather conditions. Roadways are slick. I'm going to stop for you.
Muy bien, en este momento ahora le pasamos la palabra a nuestro alguacil, el alguacil Fagan. Buenas tardes para todos. Le tengo un consejo a todos, y no es solamente para nuestros residentes del condado de Fort Bend, sino para todos nuestros residentes en Texas, y es que vayan despacio. Vayan despacio porque es mucho más difícil controlar su velocidad o detener un vehículo en este mal tiempo.
Use your headlights and windshield wipers if necessary during this wind chill factor.
Utilicen sus luces delanteras y sus limpiaparabrisas si es necesario con este mal tiempo y fuertes vientos.
Do not use your cruise control when driving on slippery surfaces.
No utilicen la función de control de velocidad de su vehículo mientras estén conduciendo por vías resbalosas.
Please reduce your following distance. Stay further away from vehicles who are in front of you.
Por favor, aumenten la distancia entre usted y el vehículo que le quede al frente.
Keep in mind that overpasses and bridges may be freezing.
Tengan en mente que los puentes y los elevados podrían estar congelados.
Make sure to drive slower during inclement weather.
Asegúrense de conducir de forma más lenta durante este mal tiempo.
If it is raining, turn on your headlights in order to heighten your visibility on the streets.
Si está lloviendo, enciendan sus luces delanteras para aumentar su visibilidad mientras estén en las calles.
And if all possible, find alternative routes using the city streets to avoid highways and overpasses.
Y si es posible, utilicen calles alternas o calles locales para evitar utilizar las autopistas y elevados.
And most importantly, if you can, stay off the roadways if all possible. Remember, there will be emergency vehicles out there trying to help others who are in need. So if all possible, please stay off the roadways. Fort Bend County is prepared for this weather, but we need your help to make all these efforts come to tuition. We need your help. So please help one another, and please stay off the roadways if all possible.
Y aún más importante, si es posible, por favor, manténganse fuera de las calles. Si es posible, recuerden, habrán vehículos de emergencias afuera para ayudar a aquellos que estén en necesidad. Pero si es posible, por favor, manténganse fuera de las vías. El condado de Fort Bend sí está preparado para este mal tiempo, pero necesitamos su ayuda para que todos nuestros esfuerzos tengan fruto. Necesitamos de su ayuda. Ayúdense el uno al otro y si es posible, por favor, manténganse fuera de las calles.
Thank you, Sheriff Fagan. Of course, we definitely emphasis again, we are doing this press conference in advance because we want our citizens to be prepared. Do your part so that we all can be safe. At this point, I will invite EMS Interim Chief Brian Petrula to come and give a brief update on how EMS is preparing for this weather event.
Thank you, Judge. Happy holidays, everybody. So to start with, as far as EMS is concerned, we use this time to prepare, and I encourage you to use this time to prepare yourself and your families. So we're prepared, you need to be prepared. I think that's the message that we're putting out. So let's talk about hypothermia. I went off script.
Definitivamente le queremos hacer el énfasis de que la preparación será clave. Estamos haciendo esta rueda de prensa con anticipación para asegurarnos de que nuestros ciudadanos tengan el tiempo de preparación. Habiendo dicho esto, entonces le pasamos la palabra a nuestro director de servicios de emergencias, el director Brian Petrilla.
So what is hypothermia? Hypothermia means that your body loses heat faster than it can generate the heat. In a normal person, in a person without any medical conditions, this is not a life-threatening thing. It's reversible. It's the people who are sick or frail when it's not reversible, and those are the people we need to watch out for.
Muy bien. ¿Qué es la hipotermia? La hipotermia significa que su cuerpo está perdiendo el calor más rápido de lo que lo puede producir. Claro, está en personas regulares. Esto no es algo de vida o muerte, es algo que podría ser reversible. Sin embargo, nos tenemos que preocupar de aquellos que están en riesgo o enfermos.
So what are the signs and symptoms of hypothermia? What we're looking for is shivering, that's uncontrolled shivering, exhaustion or feeling very tired, confusion, fumbling of the hands, memory loss, slurred speech, drowsiness, or a body temperature of 95 degrees or less.
Entonces, ¿cuáles son los síntomas o signos de la hipotermia en los que nos queremos fijar? Y es el cansancio, el estar más cansado de lo común, la confusión, pérdida de memoria, el hablar con dificultad, el estar somnolento, estar titubeando o el estar temblando del frío y temperaturas del cuerpo en 95 grados o menos.
So what do? So we can treat that. You can treat that at home, right? Mild symptoms. When I go through this list, if you can't control the hypothermia, you can't get rid of the symptoms, that's when you would want to contact 911 or contact EMS. Be gentle with the person. When you're helping a person with hypothermia, handle them gently. Move the person out of the cold. Remove wet clothing. Cover the person with blankets. Insulate the person's body from the cold ground. Monitor their breathing, provide warm beverages, and use warm, dry compresses.
Muy bien, entonces, ¿cómo tratar la hipotermia en casa? O si no se puede controlar, no se pueden deshacer de los síntomas, claro está, ese es el momento de comunicarse con el 911 o servicios de emergencias. Pero ¿cómo se podría controlar esto en casa? Ser gentil con la persona. Ayude a esta persona, sea gentil, saque a esta persona del frío, quítele cualquier ropa que tenga mojada, cúbralo con mantas, crear una insolación entre el cuerpo de esta persona y el suelo frío, monitorear la respiración de esta persona, darle a esta persona bebidas calientes y darle a esta persona compresas calientes y secas.
And the last thing I want to touch on is portable heaters. I think we all know the lines at the stores are long, people wanting to buy portable heaters, but there's something we need to keep in mind, and that is follow the safety precautions on those heaters. And we're going to want to watch out for symptoms of carbon monoxide poisoning. Open flames cause carbon monoxide. So the symptoms for carbon monoxide poisoning are headaches, dizziness, weakness, vomiting, chest pain, confusion. If you have these type of things in your house and you don't have a carbon monoxide detector, you want to call 911 and you want to leave the residence. Let us come in there, we'll test the house, we'll find out whether or not there is carbon monoxide in there, and we'll help you to mitigate that problem.
Muy bien. Otra cosa de la que quiero hablar son los calentadores portátiles. Como todos se habrán dado cuenta, las líneas en las tiendas actualmente están bien largas. Todos están tratando de buscar sus calentadores portátiles. Pero algo de lo que quiero asegurarme es que sigan las precauciones que están en las etiquetas. No ignoren las precauciones. Estén al tanto de lo que es el envenenamiento por monóxido de carbono. Estos síntomas son dolores de cabeza, mareo, pérdida de fuerza o estar débil, vómitos, dolor de pecho, confusión. Si estos síntomas se presentan y usted no tiene un detector de monóxido de carbono, por favor, llame al 911, salga de la casa, déjenos venir a evaluar y ayudarles.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Thank you, Brian. The next person I wanted to invite, Fort Bend County Health and Human Services Director, Services Communication Director, Kyla Williams. Kyla?
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. All right. During extreme weather events, Fort Bend County Health and Human Services actively coordinates with our state, local, and county partners and county departments. We always ensure residents have the proper preparedness messaging, and we also amplify any messaging coming directly from the county judge's office and the Office of Emergency Management. So please follow us on social media at Fort Bend Health. Our Public Health Preparedness and Response Division has been encouraging residents for self-preparedness. So please make sure you fill prescriptions early, that you make plans to stay with family, and identify safe ways to get there. And even make plans to stay at care facilities if you are medically dependent on powered medical equipment, such as those needing dialysis. Our Environmental Health Division reminds retail food establishments to follow appropriate reporting guidelines for any loss of power or water. This is in regard to food safety. We also have specific messaging for safe food storage and handling in the event of power outages, and this is to prevent illness due to ingestion of spoiled food.
Muy bien, ahora le pasamos la palabra a nuestra directora de comunicaciones de nuestro Centro de Salud Pública del Condado de Fort Bend, Kyla Williams. Muy bien. Durante eventos de climas extremos, nuestro Departamento de Servicios de Salud Pública y Humanos del Condado de Fort Bend coordina con todos nuestros departamentos, tanto locales del condado, del estado y regionales, para asegurarnos que nuestros ciudadanos y residentes estén recibiendo todos los mensajes de la preparación y cuidado de salud necesario. Nuestra oficina de comunicaciones amplifica cualquier mensaje que se nos provee y usted nos puede seguir a través de nuestras plataformas de las redes sociales, siguiéndonos en Fort Bend Health. Nuestra división de respuesta de preparación de salud pública les alienta a nuestros residentes llenar con tiempo cualquier receta médica, hacer cualquier planificación necesaria para aquellos miembros familiares que las necesiten, identificar las formas de llegar a aquellos lugares de centros de cuidados para aquellos que dependan de equipos médicos que requieran de electricidad para su función, tal como la diálisis. Nuestra División de Salud Ambiental les quiere recordar a estos establecimientos que deben seguir los protocolos requeridos cuando se esté perdiendo la electricidad y el agua, para guardar de forma segura la comida. Estamos hablando sobre la posibilidad de envenenamiento por comida debido a la pérdida de electricidad.
All right. Our county also has a significant number of residents with functional and medical needs who depend on powered medical equipment. It is important that these residents are registered with our registry in Able, Fort Bend. For those individuals and facilities already registered, our call center has been proactively reaching out to ensure that these residents are aware of how to access support systems. For more information or how to register, you can go to www.enablefortbend.com, or you can contact our call center at 281-633-7795. Again, if you need to register for our functional needs and medical disability registry, you can do so at www.fortbendenable.com, or you can contact our call center for registration assistance at 281-633-7795.
Nuestro condado también tiene un gran número de residentes que requieren o que tienen necesidades funcionales o requieren de equipo médico que depende de electricidad. Es importante que estos residentes estén registrados en nuestra página de Enable Fort Bend. Nuestro equipo, esto es para nuestro equipo médico y nuestra asistencia a través del registro. Estos individuos o estas instituciones ya se han estado comunicando con residentes de forma proactiva para asegurarnos de que aquellos residentes que estén registrados tengan acceso a nuestro sistema de apoyo. Para más información, pueden visitarnos a través del www.enablefortbend.com o llamando a nuestro centro de llamadas al 281-633-7795 para asistencia en la registración. Nuevamente, pueden visitarnos a través de nuestra página al www.enablefortbend.com o llamando a nuestro centro de llamadas al 281-633-7795 para asistencia en la registración.
All right, individuals or families experiencing homelessness and in need of critical emergency assistance during the cold weather event, please contact Fort Bend County Social Services at 281-238-3502. Again, if you have critical homeless needs within Fort Bend County, please contact Fort Bend County Social Services at 281-238-3502. They will be able to perform an assessment over the phone and help individuals and families who need shelter assistance in an emergency. Thank you.
Para aquellos individuos o familias que estén actualmente atravesando por un momento de indigencia y estén en necesidad de una asistencia crítica debido al mal clima, por favor, comuníquense con nuestro centro de servicios sociales o servicios públicos en el condado de Fort Bend al 281-238-3502. Nuevamente el número es 281-238-3502 y ellos podrán hacer una evaluación a través del teléfono para asistirles en la disponibilidad de un centro de refugios.
Thank you for your time.
Gracias por su tiempo.
Thank you, Kayla. Now I wanted to mention something very close to all of our heart, our furry friends. They have fur doesn't mean they don't feel cold weather, and they do. And many households keep their pets outside, and it's not okay during freezing weather. If you keep them outside, make sure you have a proper shelter for that animal. And we will, if you are neglect about it, we will be looking for those kind of situations. If you see something, let us know, because we want to make sure we take care of our animals, our pets, and so on and so forth. To talk about certain things about how you can protect and take care of your pets, and I will ask Fort Bend County Animal Services Director Renee Vasquez to come up and share a few words. Renee?
Thank you, Judge. Yeah, like Judge mentioned, And that means bringing animals inside. It's going to be super cold and it's going to be really windy, which is going to make it feel even colder. So whether it's dogs or cats, I do understand some people may not want to bring their animals in your home, but a wet floor, you got to think about it. I mean, it's going to be even colder if the animals are wet. So please, if there's different ways where you can bring them in a garage, that will work. Blankets, some people put down hay. I do understand your heat lamps are a little bit dangerous, but if you can manage to put a heat lamp in a garage just to get an animal out, that would be, I'm sure that would be greatly appreciated. Just be careful because they are flammable. I can talk about also our community cats. Community cats is a big thing for us. Storage bins work great. You flip them over, you cut a little hole in them. So those of you that have community cats or that have maybe feral cats that are out there that you're feeding, take care of them. They definitely cannot handle the cold either. So you can put hay in there, you can put blankets, you name it. If you need any help, please call our shelter. We'll be more than happy to try to assist with anything that we have there at our shelter. And speaking of the shelter, we have, as of now, everyone is comfortable. Everyone is indoors now that we have garage doors and heat for our shelter. Everyone is doing super well. We are over capacity, so I did want to talk a little bit about if anyone is interested in possibly fostering for the cold weather. There is those opportunities. We're open today till 7, and we're open all day tomorrow. So please, if you would like to foster something for the holidays or something for the cold weather, it doesn't cost you anything. You come in, it's a simple application. We can get you fitted. We can get a pet into your home, whether it's a cat or a dog. If you need dog food, we'll be more than happy to furnish that as well. But like the judge said, if you do see something out there, obviously it's going to be really hard to get to every single call. But please, when we're closed, we work off the non-emergency number that we mentioned earlier, 281-342 4665, which is out of the sheriff's office. We're dispatched out of there, so we'll try to do our best to get to everything, every animal that's out there, and thank you. I can say it in Spanish. I can do it. Yeah. Okay. Lo voy a decir en español también. Como estábamos diciendo, me llamo René Vázquez, soy el control de animales y quería nomás estar aquí. Sabemos que todos nos tenemos que proteger, pero también tenemos que proteger los animales, los mascotes, los gatos. Por favor, si animales están afuera, tráigalos, póngalos adentro. Traten, si son grandes, gustan ponerlos en el garaje. Tengan colchas, tengan a la mejor pastura, lo que tengan poder tener nomás para que los animales no estén en el aire que vamos a tener pues más bien el viernes, porque va a ser cuando va a estar lo más frío. También si gente tienen gatos que están afuera, tienen los bins donde gente pone cosas, se pueden cortar un agujerito chiquito, póngalo en el frente donde no le pegue el aire. Pueden poner también ahí, pueden poner colchas, pueden poner la pastura dentro de ellos, para que así por lo menos los animales puedan salir del frío. Y ahorita también estábamos hablando cómo estamos en el shelter. Estamos llenos, pero todos los animales que tenemos en el shelter están adentro, tienen calentón, no están en piso mojado, que es bien importante. Así que ahorita estamos todos bien en el shelter, pero como dije, estamos bien llenos, así que la gente, si quieren venir y quieren foster un animal lo pueden llevar para la casa de ustedes, tenerlo entre el fin de semana o una semana, 2 semanas, como ustedes quieran, nomás para que tengamos más espacio ahí en el shelter. Y estamos abiertos ahora hasta las 7 y estamos abiertos mañana. Y como dijo el juez, si es algo que la gente mira, que a lo mejor un perro esté sentado en el agua o bien frío, por favor hablen al Sheriff's Office y nosotros podemos tratar lo más posible que podemos ir entre los 4 días que vamos a estar cerrados para poder ayudarles. Gracias.
Thank you, Renee. Just in case in future, if we couldn't find a translator, you know who to reach out to. So good. Let's move on to the, of course, our Park and Recreation Director, Dan McCarthy, is going to give an update on the status during this freezing weather situation. Dan, come on.
Thank you, Judge. The Fort Bend County Parks will be open over the weekend. We are right now winterizing all the pipes in all the parks, so therefore if you do visit our parks over the weekends, please be in mind that the restrooms will be closed, water fountains will be closed as well. dress warmly, dress appropriately if you head out there. Bring water with you, but the restrooms and the water fountains will be closed, and we hope to reopen them as soon as we can next week once this freezing event's over. Thank you.
Muy bien, ahora le pasamos la palabra a nuestro director de parques del condado de Fort Bend, Darren McCarthy. Muchas gracias, señor juez. Buenas tardes para todos. Nuestros parques del condado de Fort Bend estarán abiertos durante el fin de semana. Sin embargo, por favor, tengan en mente que debido al mal clima y temperaturas bajo cero, nuestros baños y nuestras fuentes de agua estarán cerradas. Así que si usted decide visitar a uno de nuestros parques durante el fin de semana, vístanse de forma bastante caliente y traigan agua. Tengan en mente que nuestras fuentes de agua estarán cerradas. Estaremos trabajando en abrirlo todo nuevamente lo más pronto posible la próxima semana, una vez hemos pasado este mal tiempo. Gracias.
Thank you, and especially those who are here. They all are busy preparing, and the department heads and elected officials, those who are attending this press conference, and also those who are in the audience and the press. And I wanted to thank each and every one of them for being here. And this is important information we wanted to send out so that our citizens are safe. And I repeat this: the top priority of our county officials, especially my office, is going to be protecting our citizens. That include their life and, of course, their property and livestock and our pets and so on and so forth. And let's all work together to weather through this situation, and we are going to be okay. And let's all prepare. And thank you for being here. At this point, I will open up if you have any questions. Not at this moment. No, but we will be evaluating that situation very closely, because in this particular situation we have warming centers, and that is for a temporary use because we don't have any shelters at the moment. But we will be evaluating it very closely. During a snowstorm, we didn't have any shelters, but ultimately we were able to open a few of them because there was a need. So that is the correct information?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we will be.
The one warming center, the Friends, Rosenberg,
Right.
Attack Poverty, and what times are they open?
You have, please come up.
Currently, Attack Poverty will be open from the evening hours from 5, and that's during those cold extreme hours. So within the county's plan, whenever the temperature gets below 32 degrees, that's when the warming centers are allowed to open. Those warming centers will be open from 5 p.m. to 7 a.m. currently. We will evaluate if the weather drops below and continues to drop below, then there is availability for those to open up longer.
Muy bien, le quiero dar las gracias a todos nuestros miembros y de departamentos que han estado aquí presentes, y gracias a todos nuestros miembros en la audiencia por nuestra rueda de prensa. Era muy importante hacerle llegar toda esta información a nuestros ciudadanos del condado, y como he dicho anteriormente, nuestra primera prioridad es la protección de nuestros ciudadanos, sus vidas, sus propiedades, sus mascotas, su ganado. Todos ustedes son importantes para nosotros. Nos preguntan si habrán centros de refugio abiertos. Hasta el momento no tendremos ningún centro de refugio abierto. Sin embargo, estaremos evaluando la situación y monitoreándola según se nos aproxime la necesidad de abrir algún refugio. Y nos preguntan si solamente tendremos un centro de calentamiento y las horas de función. Hasta el momento tenemos nuestro centro de calentamiento, que es Attack Poverty en Rosenberg. Nuestras horas de función serán solamente durante las horas de frío extremo, cuando las temperaturas bajen por debajo de 32 grados. Estamos esperando estar abierto de 5 p.m. hasta las 7 de la mañana. Ahora bien, También estaremos evaluando la necesidad nuevamente si las temperaturas caen por debajo de 32 grados. Estaremos abriendo según sea necesario.
Thank you. Being said that, and we will be working very close. Okay, we will be working very closely with our cities and other jurisdictions, and as and when the need arises, we will be working with them, whether it is a shelter or warming center, so on and so forth. Yes, sir.
Is the city going to salt, is the county going to salt roads, sand roads, anything?
Not that I'm aware of. Yeah, please.
Bridges, things like that? People still got to go to work, I suppose.
Absolutely, sir. So again, like I mentioned in my presentation, Road and Bridge has set those in place. So as they are needed, those trucks are ready to go and deploy out as the icy conditions come. As of now, I want to note, there is no ice expected because there's no precipitation, right? We are in a hard freeze and we are in a wind chill factor. That's the extreme right now. It's that wind chill factor to bring down, but there's no precipitation in the weather, sir.
Do you guys recommend residents to drip their pipes or no?
That is definitely, go ahead.
I know it's been a.
Okay.
Harris
Yep.
County, Harris County says drip pipes, but Houston says if you're on the city line to not drip your pipes.
Okay, here's the message I want to put out. You have to know your municipality utility district. What is your MUD? You have to follow their guidance. They will be putting out guidance for that, because if those pressures drop below a certain percentage, TCEQ is then going to put out a boil notice. If that boil notice goes out, you will have to boil water. So please watch those notices, watch your MUD, know your MUD, and if they tell you to drip pipes, then drip pipes. If they tell you not to drip pipes, do not drip pipes. We will be putting out messaging for that also. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for everyone being here. Yeah.
One more question.
Yeah.
A while ago, the open flames cause carbon monoxide. Yeah, what about people who heat their homes with their gas stoves? I know a lot of poor people do that. I know.
So, any comment on that?
So again,
Come on, Adam, please.
if you're heating your home with your stove, right, not the best thing to do, right? It's dangerous. Not only is it dangerous because somebody could walk through and catch their clothing on fire. It's an open flame that's not covered, but also it's burning up the oxygen and releasing carbon monoxide. So if you're going to need to do that, it's best to get a carbon monoxide detector and put that in the house.
With it being just 24 hours away from the freeze on and off, what are some other tips residents can be doing to get their homes prepared, getting out, getting non-perishable food items at the store? Can you guys kind of talk a little bit about that?
Yeah.
Back.
All right. Good question. As we pushed out since last Friday about preparedness, but if you haven't prepared and you're in this 24-hour crunch right now, that is when we are telling everybody to reach out to those neighbors, reach out to those facilities that you can get to that they've prepared so that they can help you out, right? It's the holidays. It's all about giving, bringing people in, and that's why I mentioned you should be reaching out to your neighbors, to your friends, to your family, making sure that they're okay. And if they haven't prepared, bring them in. That's the message that we're kind of putting out now. If you don't, again, there's the non-emergency line, like we've mentioned. You can push that out, and that non-emergency line can give you information to help you out.
Yeah, with that, really appreciate you all being here. We will conclude this, and once again, I just want our citizens to do their part. That's the bottom line we heard just now. And do your part and stay informed, and especially when it comes to OEM and Sheriff Department, Fort Bend County Judge's Office, and our social media presence will be pushing out information. And stay informed and stay safe. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you.